Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
You're so excited.
You know I'm hyped.
If you are new, welcome.
Welcome.
And if you are revisiting the channel,
Welcome back.
what up?
Thanks for riding with your boy and your girl.
Okay. Anyways, people, today we are continuing our mini series of I don't know what I'm calling
So we
it.
started with how we met, then we did our long distance relationship, then our last
Proposal.
video was how she tied me, the proposal. And now we're gonna talk about
The honeymoon.
our honeymoon. And trust me, it's not going to be what you guys think.
Honeymoon from hell.
Honeymoon from hell.
Okay.
No, well, let's not put it that way, because our honeymoon was really good. Our honeymoon was amazing. So, but I can feel like say, I don't find anybody like, yes.
Oh,
Our honeymoon was amazing. Stuff after our honeymoon
oh my God.
that really put a damper on things. So we'll give you guys the 401. I say name.
411.
We'll give you guys the 411 on what went down. So, cue the intro.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh God, gosh. Left that in there.
Really? God, it was my mouth.
You should leave that in there. Oh my God.
Really? Jesus Christ.
That's a representation of the story you guys are about to hear.
Anyways, man was my mouth, really.
Sorry, you guys. Sorry.
Anyways,
Okay. So, I'm sorry,
just
Papa.
gonna laugh. You're sorry about this. You're skin out your teeth. Tell the story. So,
Okay, guys. All right. So, like he was saying earlier, the honeymoon itself was amazing. We went to Grand Bahia, no, Luxury Bahia, because there are two sections:
Yeah, we were
adults only and family.
we were in the adults only section.
So we went. We went to the adults only section. My dad watches this channel.
So, hey, your daddy carry you come out and come give me. Your daddy gave you away at the altar.
Anyhow, we did a 5 nights, 6 days, I think it
Yeah,
was.
5
stay.
nights, 6 days at Bahia.
And it was amazing. Everything there was just so well put together. Food was good, entertainment, everything. That was
Room
amazing.
was good, bed was good, jacuzzi was good.
We did a photo shoot, which we might include at some point in this video. I don't know what is wrong with this man. Anyhow, yeah. The second day is when
Yeah.
things started becoming a bit shaky.
So the second day, so after we checked in on the first day, enjoy ourselves and whatever not, explore the place. And so the first day went by. Second day, we had plans to, the pool and the bar and whatever not. So we got up because it's an all-inclusive hotel. So we got up, we went for breakfast.
I think we went to the gift shop.
Yeah, we no, not yet. We went for breakfast. We came back to the room to change into something to go by the pool, and so we were by the pool, by the bar at the pool and whatever not. And I think that's when you decided you got a notification, right?
No, I think I wanted something to put my phone in. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So it didn't get wet. And we went to the gift shop. When we went to the gift shop, I had a card I was gonna use, and he said no, he wanted to pay for the underwater phone case. So I said fine. After leaving the gift shop, we headed back to the room. When I got back to the room, I felt this strange need to check my card. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone, easy enough, and look at my statements or my purchases, whatever. Pull up the card. And people, over $1,000 worth of spending was on my card that I had no idea about.
Wow.
One of them was from Toys R Us, $500 and something. The other was a plane ticket from England to a country that I've never even heard about in life. And then the other was from some coffee shop. Me don't drink coffee. I'm allergic to coffee. Like, me don't drink coffee. When me sit down there now, I said, really? Them people are really wipe out my credit card? Like, what am I going to do right now? We're on our honeymoon. I had plans to go and get work for clothes for work.
Yeah, before
I left Jamaica. I had a whole lot of plans concerning the credit card.
Imagine that happening on the second day of your honeymoon. Like, it took everything in us to say, oh, all right,
Overcome.
let's just ignore that, enjoy ourselves, and we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that after the honeymoon. Because, yeah, everything was already paid for and whatever not, and we had money separately. So, boy, but that was crazy.
I took a moment. It was a moment, you know. I had to take some time to get myself together, especially after calling the credit card company and them are gonna tell me about, oh, you have to be able to prove that you didn't make the purchases.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm on my honeymoon. Where the hell am I going to be in England when I'm in Jamaica buying ticket or whatever? Anyways, got myself together, went back out that day, had another awesome day, went to dinner, honeymoon done.
Yeah, so after 5 days, the honeymoon done, and so we left Bahia in St. Anne's Bay, and we're going further into St. Anne's to see our family, because we're supposed to leave Jamaica for Turks the following day. So go country and we link up with people them, and so we're not gonna see them for a while, because now we're moving to Turks. Well, she's going back to Turks and I'm moving. Driving, so we leave out St. Anne in the evening. It was almost dark, so driving to Mobay at night. It was like some minutes of
drive.
Yeah, because we weren't driving fast, and we drove the long road, because we drove Senti.
But one, I've never said this to you before, but always felt guilty about that night.
Why?
Because remember you said, let's go Trelawney.
And you wanted to go through Senti.
I don't want to drive Trelawney. I want to drive the other way.
Through Senti. Yeah, that's
always felt so guilty.
So after we left St. Anne for Mobay now, right? Reach, I think it was Anchovy, when, like, mind you, the car just got serviced, because the car literally left the shop probably a week or two before this
wedding.
Yeah, and I've been using the car, no issues all along. Anyway, reach Anchovy, reach the darkest part of the road. And all of a sudden, the light just gone off of the car. No light. Right?
And tell me how that's possible. The car is moving. No battery issues.
No battery
nothing.
issues. Car still a drive. The light just cut off of the car.
Lights.
And I'm like, hell. So I'm holding it now. So there was this vehicle, there was this car in front of me. And I'm like, all right, if I can stay close enough to him, then, you know, I can still use his light and follow him like a bit. Massa, people dropping on one pothole.
Yeah, it's like the area that we were in was not such a good area.
Yeah.
And the man must have gotten
Suspicious.
you know, because why is this man driving up so close to me? He
speed.
started speeding, and here we were now just trying.
We get so light.
Trying to run him down.
People dropping on one pothole, burst two tires on the same side. Like, I don't know how I hold the car, because I could literally feel the car swinging when I was holding it, when I was driving. Anyway, finally get the car to stop. When we come out of the car and look where the car stopped, like it was less, probably like an inch more for the car literally go over in a precipice. Like, to how people, when we look down at Pier Black, may I see Pier Black, and I'm like, look how we almost dead right after we
you didn't say that at that point.
No, that's what I was thinking. Look how we almost dead out right after we
thinking that, and I'm thinking that, but none of us saying it.
Yeah.
You understand? So he jumped out of the car now with no light people, so he had to use his phone. He jumped out of the car, and of course we only have one spare. And he was like, "Oh, stay in the car. I'm going to change."
Stay in the car and make me change the tire.
I'm like, hell no! You're not coming out of this car in this community where we know nobody, in this pitch dark night by yourself. I'm gonna hold this light. You're gonna change the tires.
Yeah, so she come with a rider.
Whatever. Oh, there I changed the tire. Who came first? The soldiers or the man?
The man passed first. No, the soldiers passed first. There was this jeep passing with some soldiers, and people, them not even stop. Them say, "Hey, put some bush in the way if we make people know so you're there." And just continue driving. One man, and then after that there was this man walking by, and the man said, "Listen, this I don't know if he stop, you know." And me, the man, I said that meanwhile him walking.
Like walking past us, and I say, "Oh, this is no place to stop."
The man decides him not stop. So meanwhile the man I walk past the man, I say, "Oh boss, this I don't know if he stop. Me case and fix that and one." So put on the spare, one spare we have. And rim the next tire.
You asked, I think when he was always away, you shouted to him and asked him if there was a gas station.
If there was a gas station or a tire shop close by, and he said no. So, boy, man, decide say, we have to rim this go mobile, and people, you want to hear the car, boom, 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 all the way to Mobile. Jesus Christ. And you want to know the funny thing, because the light came back like after driving off from there. So no, the light came back, but it was dim. And we got home, and the morning when we got up to check to bring the car to the tire shop, the light was fine.
Everything was fine.
The light was working fine.
Everything.
No issues.
And we did nothing to the car. Everything was fine.
And I'm like, watch it, look, but all in my head is that look how we almost dead right out of our honeymoon.
Like we got to this tire shop in Mobile, and like it was open all night. Like it was an all night.
Yeah. And
the man, when we stopped, I think he gave us a spare to go home.
Yeah, true. So when we got to Mobile, I drove around to the Rubis gas station around Panda Road. Don't even remember what the name of the road is. And there was this tire shop still open, and he gave me a tire to put on gave me a spirit and I drove home, and then I went back there the morning.
Because your rim
because my rim was damaged, so I had to leave it with them.
Mind you, this was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
about that time. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was crazy. Anyways, the trial and tribulation continues.
Just that. Got home, called his mom, told her that we got home safely, and told her what happened. And she was like, from no leave, me can't stop praying.
Yeah, she was praying since we left home.
Got to bed that night, and they're sleeping because, like we said, there's a flight to catch the next morning. You know, the night, no. This man jumped from his sleep. So naturally now, I am awake and frightened out of my sleep. And this man, D, you hear that? I'm like, hear what?
Yeah, man, I say, D,
somebody tried to kick down the door.
You hear the knocking on the door? So I jump off of the bed. No, I jumped off the bed and I say, who that? So I went out into the living room now and looked through the window. And I'm saying, who that? Turn on the outside light and I see nobody. So, but then I'm saying in my head, somebody come back in the room and I say, D, you know hear that? She said, she know hear that. So she look for me like me crazy, you know.
All in my mind, people, I married a madman. Because one, the veranda grill.
So there's no way somebody could come on the porch to knock the door.
We call it veranda in Jamaica.
There's no way somebody could get to the door without first coming through the grill because it's a very big porch.
So I was like, this man is crazy. Anyways, he calmed down. We went back to bed. Got up the morning, left Jamaica for Turks. Got to Turks. My best friend Bianca came to pick us up.
Yeah.
B had her little sign, Mr. and Mrs. Powell, and you know, like excited.
Happy reach a Turks now. The next phase of the honeymoon. Next phase of the honeymoon supposed to start now. Where?
Got to my house and he took the keys and started bringing up the
suitcase. Why?
He came back to the car and he was like,
hold on, no. So when we bring the suitcase up the steps now, I'm trying to push the key into the door. When we push the key into the door went in. So I'm like, the door open. So,
mind you, everybody that lives in my house at that time was in Jamaica for my wedding.
Yeah, everybody came to Jamaica for the wedding. So I not even push the door in. Somebody said, D, you left the door open. So she said, what? No. So she came up. So I pushed the door in now. When I look inside, everything on the floor. So I said, so no, I went into her room to put down the suitcase. Everything was on the floor. So I said, what the hell? So I said, D, you left your room undone.
And at this point, I'm like, Bianca, what is this man talking about? I have this habit. When I travel, my whole house has to be clean. Because when I come home, I don't want anything out of place. I just want to be able to shower and sleep. You understand? So I'm like, no, you know me better than that. You know when I travel, my room is always clean and always tidy.
Everything upon the floor, clothes, book, everything.
I was shocked out of my wits. Like I had a whole side drawer, a chest drawer, and that was gone. Them just take up the whole. They took the whole thing, like 6 drawers.
So to explain, the house was broken into, and she had expensive valuables. Like we're talking about 2 Beats headsets. We're talking about a Surface Pro that just released the time. People, perfumes on top of perfumes on top of perfume.
The 6 drawers, the chest drawers, those were all filled with jewelry, perfume, body wash, like Bath and Body Works. I could have opened a whole store. I had a piggy bank with not silvers that had paper money in it, like $100,
$20,
$50, $20. Like I was shocked.
Everything
My
gone.
whole collection of handbags, jewelry, everything was taken. I was devastated. And above that, I think I felt so vulnerable and just so naked and exposed because somebody was in my room. Somebody was in my private space. They took my hard drive with all my pictures. You people them take all me pillowcase.
Pillowcase, and probably just throw out all the jewelry them and say that I'm gone with it.
I lost thousands.
Wow, that was a day. Like
of US dollars.
So imagine losing your credit card gone, your credit card hacked, almost died in an accident, and now you come home because you have to rise above all of that. You come home and all your belongings gone. Like, people, keep in mind that we just got married.
Like 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, we just got married. And here we are now with all this going on. And we're like, hell. Anyway, rise above that and say, alright, we have to just pick up ourselves and keep it moving.
Police came, filed the report.
And the funny thing is that when the police came, because her Dean, one of our friends, he said he drove past the house the night, and
not
everything.
Just Dean, like I had other friends who were checking on the house and said they drove past.
But what I'm saying is that Dean drove past the night and he said it was fine. But the funny thing is that when the forensic officers came and checked the house, the time that he said that it would have happened was the exact time that I jumped out of my sleep back in Jamaica.
Tell me, say people like it down the door, and
I literally heard the door knocking down. Everybody I tell the story, they're like mind blown. But then it gets worse.
We pick up ourselves, and here we are, like 2 weeks after that, and hurricane threatened the Turks and Caicos. And my little sister then I tell her, say, yo, tell Paul, say, don't worry about it. It's not going to be like Jamaica. It's just going to be a little rain, a little wind, and maybe we're going to lose power for a little bit, and then it's going to come back. And mommy did, and I said, yeah, man, we're going all right. And she a cook, and like we
play our game.
He made a snake and ladder game, and we playing, and everybody all right until about 9 o'clock that night.
Yeah, when things get real and they start here and they start sound like a hurricane now. Like, people.
First, go ahead.
People, we did play a game, things say a peace and safety when a sudden destruction. Like, first we start, the water started coming in and we did dry up the water. I say, this a normal thing for hurricane or storm or whatever. Not. Dry up water until water start come through the windows. We say, alright, we dry up water, see me. Till when we look now, we see the roof. We see water printing on the roof. We say, hell. So the water started dripping from the roof now until we start hear the rumbling.
Like the roof, the whole house going like
and the house are shake. We say, so we did it. So by this, Renika freaked. Oh God, she's gonna kill me. Renika was like, oh my God.
Sister, what's happening?
So we start watching now, and eventually everybody went to their rooms, and because things had kind of calmed down a little bit, so everybody went to their rooms and we were sleep. Who could sleep was sleeping.
Yeah.
But we were there until when we look,
mommy was in her room and she called us.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
She's like, Paul, come here. And he went, and her roof was caving in.
Yeah.
And then we were like, yo, grab your stuff because we had our little bags packed. Grab your stuff.
Well, I know. People, we had the suitcase packed with all our important documents like our marriage certificate and our birth certificates, passports, and resume.
Shut up. Anyhow, when her roof started coming in, of course, the wind just started gushing through the entire house, and then the whole veranda area, the porch area came down.
The living room started coming in.
And the only place that was untouched was the bathroom and a half of
the
our
kitchen.
room. No, the kitchen was untouched too, and half of our room. And we decided that we can't stay here. We have to go downstairs, because downstairs there was a church, so we had to go downstairs and try to get in the church. Everybody grabbing their valuables.
People, man, tell you, this is so funny, people. Mine, I just told you that we packed a suitcase with our important documents and clothes and whatever. Not people, when the roof cave in and we run out of that. When DJ grab one bread.
You grabbed one.
And me grab one bread. And we run, and everybody else have them bag.
Mommy had her bag,
Renika had her bag. DJ have one bread and me have one, and I through the door we gone. People, when we reach downstairs, when we run outside now and we see things up, debris are blowing and the tree them literally come down to the ground and go up. I was like, what the hell is this? Eventually, so we were moving around the side to get into the church now, and people, when we look, DJ was in front of me, and I literally saw when the tree came down. People may only say when we reach here and grab her so
and pull
her back.
Out of the way.
Lord Jesus, we eventually get into the church now. When we in the church, and we did there for a while, and things calm down. I said, D, you didn't realize we left the suitcase back there. And then look, she have one bread, me have one bread, and no bag, no documents, no nothing.
I was like, at least we ain't gonna be hungry. Like,
oh my God, it was a good thing that it was actually one of those hard case suitcases, so the documents weren't damaged, but it just shows how similar, how like we are, because she have one bread, me have one bread, and we left the documents.
Everything.
Anyways, after the hurricane eventually calmed down, because actually the church started coming in, caving, parts of the church started caving in
started getting wet,
and we decided to go in the car. Yeah, we huddled in one area until we went into the cars. And boy, that was a night. We couldn't wait for it to end.
Longest night of my life to date.
Why?
When morning came and we went and assessed the damage on the house, we realized that we couldn't stay there. Like, there
was no way we could have stayed there.
The house needed to be repaired and we couldn't stay. So that left us in a situation where we were now on the road trying to get to my cousin. Everything flooded, cars can't drive through. Anyway, we eventually made our way and
I decided to stay with family. Give thanks for Stay and Chris, because they rescued us that day.
Took us in and we good. Yeah. But then we had a decision to make, because not only did I lose my belongings and now our house, it was a case where I didn't have a job. Yeah. He didn't have a job in Turks. So we had to decide, he's gonna go back to Jamaica.
Yeah, because I still had my job in Jamaica. So I was like, here's what, I'll just go back home while she decided that she was going to stay there and figure things out. And
actually you said I should stay and figure things
out. because she wanted to come back to Jamaica with me. But I'm like, here's what. Because this is where your life is. You left Jamaica when you were like 14, 15 years old. So stay here, figure things out here. I'm going to move back to Jamaica at least I have that job there, I can work and whatever not.
Worst
And
come
if
to
and where
worst.
if push comes to shove and you need to come home, at least there will be something there for you. So I went back to Jamaica, got my job. Well, I still had my job, so I just went back straight into work. I still had my apartment, so I went back into that. And she figured this out. We were back to a long distance relationship for like 3 months.
Yeah, 5 weeks after being married.
Yeah, we were back to a long distance relationship. That was crazy.
Listen, but if I'm going to be honest, it shouldn't have come as a surprise to me. Because weeks before getting married, I got this message from God. And I know we talk about God a lot, but
He's our everything.
And he said to me, study the book of Job before getting married.
Multiple times you got that instruction.
No, I'm not gonna tell them. And I started studying the book of Job, but in all the wedding planning, and I had 2 jobs at the time, and just life, I put it down. And I remember one day my cousin Carrie called me. I call her Mommy Carrie because Renika calls her Mommy Carrie. Hi, Mommy Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
So, she called me, and I didn't accept the phone call because I was in my office at the time. I was working when my boss was there. And then I got a text from her, and she said, "Hey, Dee, give me a call when you can. I need to talk to you." I was like, this is so not like her. Just out of the blue. So I got up and I went outside, and I called her back. I said, "What's up?" We talked for a little bit, and she said, "Anyways, I got a message for you. I don't know what you're going through, but God said to tell you to remember Job." And I started laughing because I'm like, okay, I know where this is coming from. I hadn't been studying the book of Job, so I'm gonna go back to it. I said, okay, thank you. We talked for a while, said, "Oh, I love yous," and I called upon her and I said, "Yo, we need to get to the book of Job." I started studying the book of Job again. So it should not have come as a surprise.
And you lost everything.
When I lost everything. Because if you don't know the story of Job, Job is a man in the Bible who lost everything in the space of a day. Children, all his riches. The only thing that was left standing was his wife. Job lost his health, everything. But in the end, God restored him double for all his struggle. So I had a little silver lining. As Renika would say, at least God gave me a blueprint. Job didn't have anybody to look to, But it was trying times, and when we were going through it, I wasn't remembering Job because I was pissed.
And you're sleep, and Renika had to remind you of that. But yeah, we stuck it out. I was in Jamaica for like 3 months, and the funny thing, I was supposed to visit her in Turks in December. And here is what she was saying no, and I was applying for jobs like crazy, and she was like, "If you don't get a job here, I'm moving back to Jamaica with you." And I'm like, yo, hell. Anyway, got to Turks, and one day we were going to the gym. And right as we reached at the door to go inside, I got a notification on my phone, because my phone automatically connected to the gym's Wi-Fi. When I checked, I saw this email. When I checked, I got a job.
The email was from the government.
The email was from the government, and I got a job in Turks. I was like, God, people me drop on my knee in the open place. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. So I got a job. I sorted everything out. I had to go back to Jamaica to get my stuff sorted out, to resign from my post and give up my apartment and whatever not. And I moved to Turks, and we were there, and life was good, and God restored everything, we lost. And we had an amazing life there, amazing friends, and we just watched God work in our lives day in, day out. So sometimes you might see tragedy and it looks like you have no way out. Like, what the hell? And I'm sure at that point some people would start reconsidering, like, I just got married and all of this is going wrong. What could this possibly mean?
Not some people. I was thinking. We're gonna be honest here. I was thinking, yo, did I make a mistake? Like, what?
Gonna punish
this?
me or what?
Yeah.
But here we are today, and it tested our resilience,
tested
our faith in God as well. But we just kept trusting Him to work things out. And while we were going through, He just kept reminding us that He was there with us, and things eventually worked out. And here we are today, way better than we started.
I mean, some things took some time. Like for me, the whole dressing up and jewelry and all of that, I'm still just now getting back into that, because when something like that happens to you, you feel exposed.
And she didn't want to invest into jewelry or anything like that again.
No, I didn't want to anymore. So, yeah.
So, that's the story of our honeymoon, or after our honeymoon. So, thanks for joining in, guys. We hope you liked this one. We hope that there was something in this that could inspire you or motivate you. So, Fated Powells, please make sure to like the video, share, and subscribe. We want to see those comments. And like we always say,
you have a purpose.
And you are loved.